Hello guys, let's start with the very good news that Arsenal are through to the FA Cup semi-final after a 2-1 win over Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. It's a great result. I have to say that. It's a really good result against a team who have been better than us for the majority of the season, are above us in the Premier League, who admittedly have been going through a little bit of a tougher time of late, but have a very difficult way of playing, very difficult to face. They challenge you tactically, they challenge you physically. To go there and win in any circumstances with any level of performance is definitely a positive. It wasn't an incredible performance, I think you'll agree if you watch the game. And in some ways, maybe we were a little bit lucky to get the winner that we did as late as we did in the fashion that we did. But we've had a lot of bad luck in this early period of the restart of the season, so we'll take the good luck where we can get it. What to say? Well, it was an interesting setup from Arteta. Three at the back again. Kolasinac as a third centre-half alongside Louise, recalled after his suspension, and Shkodran Mustafi. Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Tierney as wing-backs. Then Willock and Xhaka as the central midfielders. Pepe and Saka either side of Lacazette. It feels like Saka just doesn't get a rest at the moment. He plays in a different position in every game, and he plays in every game. I actually think that although we started pretty poorly and we struggled to cope with set pieces, a theme that would continue all throughout the game, I thought that first half performance had some pretty encouraging signs, and a lot of those centred around getting Nicola Pepe into the game more. And I thought Arsenal did that by getting players close to him, combining with him. And actually, Lacazette's not been in the team all the time. Mesut Ozil, who wasn't even in the squad today, has come out of the team. And Ozil was playing in that kind of inside right channel. And if he's good at anything, it's kind of multiple passes, combining with players, creating that fluency, bringing other people into the game. Without him, I think Pepe had struggled. I think the partnership with Bellerin had also been a bit problematic. I just felt that whole corner of the pitch around Pepe, so I'd include Maitland-Niles in that. I would include Joe Willock, who was the right-sided central midfielder, and bombing on, getting into sort of half-space areas. And I would include Lacazette, who did some decent enough combination play with Pepe. They all contributed to getting him the ball more, getting him more involved. He scored the first goal, but that was from the penalty spot. Fantastic penalty, I thought, by the way. But just generally, I thought he was much more dangerous, particularly in this first half. And I think Arteta will be pleased with that, because it's been a problem in his team, the kind of degree of asymmetry, the degree of reliance on the left flank, and the fact that we're simply not getting the best out of a player who, yes, he cost us a lot of money, but is also extremely talented. What else to say? Yeah, I liked what Willock was doing. I know a lot of people have their reservations about him. I know the move can sometimes break down on him, but I feel like that's because he takes risks, he gets forward, he makes things happen. Xhaka has immediately brought a bit of structure back to the team too. And as for Maitland-Niles, it drives me mad that he doesn't want to be a right back, or maybe even a right wing back, because I genuinely think that in Arteta's system, he is so suited to playing in that formation. And it's kind of maddening to think that we've gone and given a guy in Cedric Soares a 4-year deal when we've got an academy kid in Maitland-Niles who's absolutely qualified, I think, to play in that position and has great potential there. I mean, look, if he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't want to do it. And maybe he will leave Arsenal in the next transfer window to go and play in a position he wants to play. But I do find it just sort of flabbergasting that he can't see the opportunity that is there for him. And actually, when you look at the way that Bellerin is playing, this isn't just an opportunity to be a squad player. This isn't just an opportunity to be a backup. There is an opportunity for him to take a place in the team. Arsenal needs someone who can do a bit of everything at right back, who can underlap, who can overlap, who's athletic, who's quick, who can pass the ball. In terms of talent, in terms of ability, Maitland-Niles has all those attributes. So if he lets this opportunity pass him by, I honestly don't think he'll ever forgive himself. It is crazy. Nonetheless, the fact that we've signed Cedric might suggest that that door is closed. We shall see. What else? Sheffield United improved in the second half. They were very dangerous on set pieces. We didn't handle it especially well. I'd say with the exception of Emi Martinez, who managed to emanate calm despite some of the chaos around him. I really like Martinez. I think that most people's reservations about him are simply because we haven't seen enough of him. You haven't seen him make massive mistakes, really, in an Arsenal shirt. I know he's a little bit stained. I think maybe he played in that Reading game, 7-5. maybe that damaged some people's perceptions of him. But he's very calm. He's very able on the ball. He strikes the ball beautifully, better than Leno, I would say. He's got size. He's got a good frame. He'll come and take things in the air. He can make a save. Made a good low save today, despite being a big guy. Got down well. I think he's a really good number 2 goalie, actually, and I hope he continues to prove that over the coming weeks because, well, I mean, he's got a cup semi-final on the agenda, which he might have had anyway, given that he was the cup goalkeeper, but great news for him. What else to say? No Ozil, no Guendouzi. You're probably tired of those discussions, so we won't go too far into that. Pepe. I think that's it, really. I mean, I actually don't think there's been a massive disparity in Arsenal's performances against Brighton, Southampton and Sheffield United. I don't think the gap is as big as the change of mood and the change of results might suggest. And there's good and bad to that. You know, I think it means that we haven't been quite as bad as we might have imagined, but also we've not been fantastic even when we've won. There is still such a long way to go. And I know results are important and results are great and results make you what you feel good about your team. But there is a much bigger picture here. And even though I'm excited about an FA Cup semi-final, I am looking at that bigger picture. And for me, it's about those academy players, the minutes they're accumulating, the progress they're making. It's about Arteta making decisions about players in his squad. I think we are seeing that piece by piece, slowly. It all just feels like a long pre-season at the moment. If it's a long pre-season in which we win an FA Cup, I'm absolutely all for it. But yeah, I'm trying to keep everything in perspective. I'm going to leave it there. There's an Arscast Extra tomorrow, as always. And then it's Norwich, isn't it, on Wednesday? I don't think I'm going to be at the game, so I'll be at home chatting to you then. But a cup semi-final. Wembley. Yes, please. All right. Bye-bye.